Hello everyone. Thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that have been for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. A man who was declared missing has been found. Unfortunately, he was found dead. A Nigerian man who goes by the name Dele was declared missing by his friends and family yesterday, Tuesday. They didn't see him after he left for work. He never returned that same yesterday. But today, his corpse has been found. They never found him alive. And Dele was said to be an advertising agent. He was last seen at Omole Phase 2 and his location was on the third mainland bridge. That's in Lagos. That's where he was found. Sadly, it was his body that was found and not him. Yesterday the news went around that Dele was missing because when he left for work, he never returned home. So all through yesterday, no one saw him. But they later found him today. But unfortunately, it was his corpse that were found. But let's go down to see why or what happened and how come it's now his corpse that is being found and not Dele being found alive. As a result of that incident that happened, they had to go further to start finding out, making findings to know what has led to Dele's death. But hours before his disappearance, there was a suicide note that Dele left on his Instagram page. And in that Instagram message he left, he detailed his struggles with depression. He also stated that he battled with this depression for 7 years and was about to find peace. And in that same note, he also wrote requesting for forgiveness from anyone he has offended. He also asked for everyone to pray for him so that he can find the rest he is seeking for. On his Instagram page where Dele wrote, let me read out exactly what he wrote. He wrote this on the 11th of January 2021 at exactly 10:18 p.m. And these were his words. If you're reading this, it's because I loved you or had feelings that I thought I understood as love. Sometimes though, I struggle to accept that it was love. This is because I never loved myself like a real one told me. You can't give the love that you don't have. And so I couldn't possibly have shown you that love. But on other days, I think about the care you showed me, the thoughtful messages, the hugs, the gifts, and the positive words of affirmation. When I think about this, my heart bursts with an overwhelming feeling for you that I have come to know as love. So it must have been that I loved you. I am thankful to you for opening your heart to me and showing me kindness even when I didn't think that I deserved it. If I have hurt you in the process, my spirit begs for your forgiveness. He goes further to say, I have battled with depression for 7 years, and now that battle is over. I couldn't continue to live the way I did and make the same bad choices over again. The noise got too loud, but now the noise can stop. Please, I didn't send my mom a note because I couldn't bear it. If you're reading this, then you probably know how much she meant to me. The thought of her would have discouraged me. I couldn't let it, not for the fourth time. Take care of her for me. Take care of Folari for me. To my father, I pray the Father forgives him. Like I've always said, life is like a party. When you stop having fun, leave. So it had to be today, a week after my birthday. Please pray for my soul. Pray that I finally find rest and peace. It's all I ever wanted. I love you dearly. Good night. You can see that he actually expressed himself on this Instagram message he had penned down. And from the first paragraphs of the message he had penned down, it was directed to his mother. So he felt his mom had shown him a lot of love, but he couldn't reciprocate that love the same way his mother showered that love on him. And he's been battling with depression, as he said, for 7 years, and he can't continue anymore. That he needed to find rest and he didn't want to let his mother down, he said, for the fourth time. Probably some other things had transpired, and he is saying he wouldn't want that to repeat itself again. So today, he decided that he wants to take his own life a week later. But at the same time, in this same note, he's saying to his father that he pray that the father forgives him. Could it also be that he was hurt by his father? Or did something happen that he's now saying that God should forgive his father? Was anything happening? But it's such a pain that a young man like this would take his own life. Suicide is never a solution to any kind of a problem. Right now, to him, he felt this is the best way for him to have rest, but he has broken his mother's heart more deeply than he would have when he was even alive. Losing a loved one is not an easy thing for anybody at all, especially if this person is close to you, a family member, a daughter, a son, a child, a grandchild, a brother or a sister. It's really difficult when you lose someone like this. If the person is so close to you and the person is gone, it takes the grace of God for you to put yourself back together and believe that this person is gone and no more to be seen again. But to him is rest. Meanwhile, to loved ones around, they are shattered, heartbroken, and depressed. So you can imagine what the mom and other family members are going through today now as they just found his corpse. Nobody knew that he planned to kill himself. Every other person felt he had gone to work and never returned. So the worry escalated and they had to announce or spread the news that Dele is missing and they should report if they find him or find anything close to him. It's such a pain that he took his life. There are lines you can call. There are hotlines that you can call if you're feeling suicidal or if you're depressed and you have nobody to talk to. Call those lines and you will get help immediately. Help is just a call away. There is no point for you to take this kind of decision to take your own life. Look at this promising young man who has a young life ahead of him, who has a bright future ahead of him, and felt the best way was to take his own life, not even considering how his own mother, who has showed him so much love, would even feel now. She will be more broken than whatever he even did in the past that he felt he was hurting her. Right now, it's like even killing part of his mom. You know, the love of a mother is so strong that no matter what the child does to the mother, that love for the child would always be strong and will remain there. You see, the mother will still cuddle back this child because she carried him for 9 months or carried the child for 9 months and gave birth to the same child. It's difficult to detach a mother's love from a child. Right now, he has just put his mother in another difficult state and position. Please talk to someone if you're feeling depressed. Most times, what usually leads to this is when some people are going through depression and they don't open up. Speak to somebody, just anybody at all that is near you. Just say something. And please, if you are perceiving that someone is being suicidal or someone is depressed, report. Even if it's not you and you've said someone is going through something, please report to somebody or call someone that you know that can help the person, or try to help the person. The earlier the better. Maybe if he had spoken to somebody, I'm sure they would have helped him. They would have sought for help for him. Nobody will see someone trying to commit suicide or going through depression and leave the person there. Only if he had spoken a word, or even to his mom, he would have explained things to her. She would have sought for a means or a way to ensure that her son regains himself again. Please, people should not think of being suicidal. If you're feeling, I know a lot of things are happening right now. With everything happening around the world, it's difficult. Some people are isolated at the moment and they are all by themselves, no family, no friend around them to even communicate with. Some people at the moment, it's just their phones they have as a close friend now. Their phone is just like a friend to them. And so you find out that some people would now have to start having thoughts, negative thoughts, that would now destroy their actions and their activities and make them take drastic decisions. Please, if you are that type or you are in this situation, please, it's not a crime for anybody to be depressed. It is not, you are not being stigmatized if you are depressed or feeling suicide. No. Please, people are out there that will be very willing to help you. Even the current situation right now in the economy is enough to make people depressed. So many people have even taken their own life because of what's happening at the moment. But please, that's not the solution. It's difficult. It's really difficult right now. But we all need somebody at some point to say something to, so that we can get the help we need. Don't wallow in your pain alone. It may sound embarrassing, but it's better it should sound embarrassing than you die in silence with whatever you are going through. You shouldn't be ashamed of it, please. Don't be ashamed of being depressed or feeling suicidal. It should never be a thing of shame. But once you speak up, it makes you a courageous person to defeat that depression and that suicidal thoughts. Don't let suicide or depression overpower you. Please call somebody, no matter who that person is. Just say something to somebody and you will get help. Call the helpline. There are helplines. Just text suicidal helpline and the line will come up. You see the number and you will call and you would speak with somebody who would give you the appropriate help you need. At this time, please, it's not good for you to wallow alone in your pain, in that depression. No, come out, please, and say something. If only Dele had said something, maybe to his colleague if he can't say it to his mother, to avoid maybe making her get worried. Maybe to a friend or a colleague or somebody, just if he had said a word, someone will know that, okay, this guy needs help. And he's been depressed for 7 years. You can imagine what he has been going through for this past 7 years, all by himself without saying anything to anybody. It's really hard. Actually, when you're going through depression and nobody is even aware of it, that's even making it very difficult because you're struggling with this thing and battling it alone. But please, that should not be the case because we have a lot of organizations, a lot of places that you can go or you can call and get the help. Even your closest friend or your closest neighbor, if you're so down in that manner, just go to your next door neighbor and say something to the person. You don't have to be close to somebody before you express that you're depressed or feeling suicidal. No, anybody can be of help to anybody at any time. There is no need. Suicide is not an option. I pray that the soul of Dele will rest in peace, and I also pray for his mother that the Almighty God will console her and all other family and friends that were close or that knew Dele himself. This is a very young man. To him, he felt he didn't want to burden his mother anymore. His mom showed him so much love and he wanted to give her rest by taking his own life. But he just made things difficult more for his own mother, because right now, you can imagine how the mom is grieving in pain and worry over the loss of her beloved son. It's such a pity. Once again, our condolences to the mom and the friends, family, and well-wishers. Friends, please, if you have anything to say, you can put that down at the comment section. Thank you for coming up today. For those that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Once again, thank you and God bless you all.